Welcome back to the Bulldog Report. Today we got Metuchen versus Governor Livingston in this 4-team holiday tournament. Metuchen beat Beerley yesterday, 35-31, and now they're hoping to win the entire tournament against a tough Governor Livingston team. And just like that, the tip is away, and it looks like the refs already have something to say about what just happened, and it looks like it might go back to Metuchen. Passes it to Gray. Outside to Pfeiffer. Trying to get a screen, it won't work. And the refs call it. And it's going to go to Governor Livingston for the first time today. Governor Livingston, 42-39 victory over the other team in the tournament, hoping to continue their streak. Livingston driving to the basket, no good, recovered by Jermaine. Patola, the main ball handler. Trying to get a screen from Pfeiffer, and it gets knocked loose, and it's going to go back to Governor Livingston. Passing it to the outside, and the ball is knocked loose again, recovered by Pfeiffer. Now Metuchen, after a minute, scoreless, going to try to get their first points of the day. Palatoa trying to drive up, passes it to Gray. Trying to get something going on the perimeter. Passing it out, thought about going for a three, passes it all across the court. Nothing going yet for Livingston, trying to drive to the basket and blocked by Jermaine, using all of her force on that block right there. Still scoreless after 2 minutes. Connors tries to get something going, and it ends up getting stolen. Fast break, passes it straight back to Connors. Pfeiffer goes for the three, no good. Rebounded by Livingston. Livingston trying to drive to the rim again, and it's going to be a foul called on Metuchen. But they get the ball back. Pfeiffer with the ball, trying to get a screen from Jermaine, passed it to Connors, takes the three, no good, rebounded by Livingston. Keiswater with the ball. Passing it, trying to drive up to the rim, blocked by Jermaine for the second time this game. So far, great defense by both teams. 3 minutes and not a single point on the board. Gray driving in, passes it to Connors, takes the three, no good, rebounded by Jermaine. Might be a jump ball, but per high school rules, it's going to go back to Livingston. Freer, ball handler right now. They've been trying to get something going on the outside all game long, trying to get a three. Not working. This time she tries driving it in. Metuchen playing great defense so far. Both teams really not being able to get anything going. The three! No good, off the backboard. Connors passes it to Palatoa, and it's blocked. And it goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to Metuchen. So far, half the quarter, and no points have been scored. Outside to Connors. Drives in, passes it, and it's tipped and taken by Livingston. And now they're going the other way. A 3-on-2, and doesn't work. But Pfeiffer tries to get it from out of bounds, but ends up going right back to Livingston. And still scoreless after 4 minutes. Passing it on the outside. Thinks about taking the three, pump fakes it. Three's up, off the rim. Taken back by Metuchen. And so far, there's been 0 points on the board. Very lackluster for both offenses. Looks like Connors might want to change that, and she does for the first points of the night. 2-0, Metuchen with the lead in late into the first. And it looks like it's going to be an and one. Can possibly get 3 points. Sharpen that lead a little bit. Metuchen subbing out 2 of their players. Bringing in Palakowski and Zanecki now on the court. And the free throw, no good, but rebounded by Tremaine, and the putback is good. 4-0 Metuchen. And a great scoring run that Metuchen desperately needed. Playing amazing defense toward Livingston right now. They've been trying to get something going on the perimeter all game, but they've just been not able to so far. Passes to the outside. Jermaine playing tight defense, and it goes right to Pfeiffer. To Connors. Recovered by Connors. Passes it out to Pfeiffer. And it's good! 7-0. 7-0. Metuchen in the lead by far now. They have been shutting out Livingston, which is very hard to do against such a tough team. 4-1 is their record so far. And Metuchen's treating them like they're just a low-level scrub at this point. Oh, looks like she had an open three, decided to try and drive it in. Now trying to set up a play. Jermaine with a good contest, and it's rebounded by Connors. Minute and 45 left in the quarter so far. Pfeiffer with the ball. And it's tipped, and out of bounds. Who are they going to mark it on? They're going to say that it is Governor Living. It's going to actually be Metuchen's ball. Pawalski to inbound it. Gives it to Connors. Drives in. Tries to pass it. And it gets stolen. Ball still loose. Finally recovered by Governor Livingston. Still 7-0. Scoreless for Governor Livingston. Open three. And she nails it. That's the first points of the night for Livingston. Metuchen playing tight defense up to that point, but they still have a huge lead that they could capitalize on. Connors takes the three, and it's going to be foul. Still Metuchen's ball. Kowalski to inbound it again. And it goes. Looks like it might have gone back to Livingston, but instead, Zanecki tries to take it up, pass it to Connors. The pass off the hands of Kowalski and recovered by Livingston. Still passing the ball around. Getting really nothing. Drives it in. Passes it to the outside. Had a chance to maybe shoot a three, but off her hands. And it's tipped and back to Metuchen. Another chance to score here. Decides not to drive in. Connors takes a deep three at the end of the quarter. No good. 7-3 Metuchen plays excellent defense and hangs on to a 4-point lead. So far, Metuchen putting on a clinic in terms of defense. Only 3 points allowed on the quarter, and that was just a lucky one. It was about 5-6 minutes scoreless before they were finally able to nail that. And Metuchen just really showing their dominance on just preventing them from trying to get anything they want. The three game was no good for them, but Metuchen still able to generate points well. Cassidy Connors kind of ended the drought. It was about 4 points, made the and one, and then Jermaine ended up getting the putback, which really changed the momentum of the game. So just a great first quarter from Metuchen, if you look at the advanced stats, being able to just shut down that offense of of Governor Livingston. And looks like Metuchen is back from their first quarter timeout. I don't know what the coach from Livingston's going to say, but I would be very, very mad at their performance so far. They've been playing okay defense on Metuchen, but they really need to shape up on offense. Metuchen, though, starting with the ball, gives it to Gray, tries to push up for the layup, and it ends up getting recovered by Tola. Passing it. Gray was open, but it was tipped. And it's going to be a foul on Gray. And it's going to go back to Livingston. Looks like they're going to make some subs here. The three's up off the backboard. And it's going to go back to Metuchen. Looks like she has something there. If she wants to take the layup, she does not, and it's stolen. But it's going to be a reach-in foul, it looks like. Back to Metuchen goes. Gray to inbound it. Connors with the ball. Got nothing yet. Trying to set up a screen. Doesn't work. It's being tightly guarded right here. And she drives it in. Passes it to Powalski. Misses the first time. Goes for it again. And it is recovered by Livingston. Drives it in. No good. And it's going to go back to Metuchen. Jermaine and Pfeiffer back in the game. All 5 of their starting players, except for Connors, out on the court. Vicky Senecki instead. To Jermaine, trying to post up. No good, off the rim. It's going to go back to Livingston. Schmidt passes it up. Thinks about taking the three. Takes a three. No good. And back to Palatola. Gives it to Zanecki to Pfeiffer. And tries to go for Gray, but it's going to be called out on Metuchen. Back to Livingston. Thinks about taking the three. She does. No good. Misses the rim entirely, and it's recovered by Metuchen. Palatoa with the ball. Driving in. Gets a screen. Doesn't work. And passes it to Zanecki. And it's going to go back to Livingston. And it's going to be a foul. And now Gillian Abbey up to take 2 free throws. Made 2 so far this season. Let's see if she could double that total right here. Still 7-3. Deep in the second, halfway into the second quarter. Scoreless so far for both teams, not anymore. Makes it a 1-possession game. And Cassidy Connor subbed back in for Zanecki. After the second, let's see if the second free throw goes in for Abby. And it does. Doubles her free throw total and gets them to a 2-point game. Pfeiffer has to inbound it quickly, and she does to Connors. Connors has to go quickly before the time runs out. Let's see if she could get past half court. She does, I think. It's going to go back to Metuchen, it looks like. It's going to be a foul, actually. Playing tight defense right here. And Connors gets the ball back. And lobs it to Jermaine, who makes the easy layup. And it's 9-5. And the three's up, and it's off the rim and recovered by Jermaine. 4 points for her tonight. Connors passes it. Palatoa, but it gets called dead after a foul. Josie Gray subbed in for Zanecki. And it's inbounded to Connors. Tries to get a screen. Gets the second screen from Pfeiffer. Takes the three. Splash. There it is.
Cassidy Connors for 3.
Cassidy Connors nails her second three of the night. And gives the Bulldogs a sizable lead. Excuse me, the team's second three of the night. And the three's up off the rim. Recovered by Gray. And back to Connors. Tries to get another screen from Pfeiffer. Ends up giving it to her. Tries to drive it in. Lob to Jermaine, and it goes in. Bulldogs on a scoring streak. 7 points in the past 2 minutes. Excuse me, 5 points in the last 2 minutes. Schmidt takes a three, and it's good. And that's going to be 8-14. Bulldogs up by 6. 2 threes in the past minute. That is crazy. And Bulldogs talking about it. Probably the coach giving them a good, nice pep talk. You know, trying to get them hyped up. But thing is, they've been scoring a lot these past couple minutes. I try to keep that pace. Just tighten up a bit on defense. Don't let her get those threes. And to be honest, they did the best they could. She just got pretty good. She just has a pretty good shot. So, yeah, Metuchen up by 6 with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left in the second quarter. Good job by them so far, shutting out this Livingston defense, or offense, which has been very consistent these past couple days. And back to Pfeiffer. And gives it to Zanecki. Looks like she was going to take the free throw, the layup, and she doesn't. Thinks about taking the 3, pump fakes it. Back to Pfeiffer. She takes the 3. No good. Rebounded by Livingston. Passing it. Takes the open 3. Freer. And it's in and out. Recovered by Livingston, though. Smothered by Connors. And Schmidt made the 3 previously, does not this time. And Pfeiffer back with the ball. Tries to drive it in. Gives it to Jermaine. Tries to make the layup behind the backboard. No good. It's going to be called out of bounds and back to Livingston. And we're back with Livingston. And they're going to drive in quickly. Thought about taking the 3. Gets the screen. Gives it to Freer. Back to Kaiswater, and it's no good. Rebounded by Connors. Zanecki on the fast break. And she does not get it. Rebounded by Livingston. Freer with the ball again. Tries to get it to post up. Schmidt. Back to Erickson. And it's blocked by Jermaine. Gives it to Zanecki. A one-on-one. Will she take it? She passes it to Gray. And it's off her hands. Does not go out of bounds. And it goes right back to Livingston. Drives up. A 2-on-1. It's going to be a charging foul. And back to Metuchen. On Connors. Never mind. It's actually going to be a shooting foul on Connors. First free throw. Good. Prepping to take her second free throw. And good. 8 free throws made on the season. Nails both of them. And an open Kowalski. And it's going to go out of bounds. And back to Livingston. Only a 4-point lead Metuchen has now. Takes the 3. Off the rim. Back to Livingston, though. Drives it in. 3-on-1. Still has the ball. It's going to be a jump ball back to Livingston, I believe. And it does go back to Livingston. 27.5 seconds to get one last shot in. Red. Wait. And Highlanders back with the ball. Ten seconds on the clock. Schmidt looks open. Driving in for the rim. Takes the layup. No good. Rebounded by Livingston. The putback. Good. And that is it for the second quarter. Livingston made kind of a comeback from 14 to 8. And now it's 14 to 12. Metuchen with a 2-point lead, playing excellent defense all game. And we will be back with you in a moment. 10 more minutes until we come back. And we are back with Bulldog basketball. And we're starting with the bang. Cassidy Connors tries to make the layup. No good. Rebounded by Gray on the outside. Pfeiffer. 3 no good. Rebounded by Connor. Layup no good. Connor throws it back. And it's going to go back to Livingston. Schmidt open on the outside. And off. Palatoa passing it to Gray, trying to drive inside. Gray tries to pass it to Connors on the outside, but it's knocked out of bounds. Back to Metuchen. And Gray to Pfeiffer the Connors. Gets the screen from Pfeiffer. And is through her second 3 of the night.
Cassidy Connors for 3.
JP Stevens is the DJ during their games.
Driving up. Blocked by Jermaine. And she did not let any of that touch the basket. Palatoa with the ball now. Connors lobs it up for Jermaine, and it's through.
Jermaine for 2.
And Governor Livingston gets it back again. Bulldogs on a 5-0 run right now. Livingston trying to end that, and the layup goes nowhere. But it's going to be called a foul. Actually, it's just going to be called dead, and Metuchen is going to get the ball back. And Connors to Gray, but it is nowhere. Schmidt with the pick. And now they're coming back. And Schmidt with the 3. Doesn't touch the basket. Going back to Metuchen. Connors with the ball at the moment. Tries to get a screen from Pfeiffer. And Connors goes for the layup, and it's good. 7-0 run for the Bulldogs.
Connors.
Drives it in. Schmidt thinks about shooting it. And another 3. 3 straight threes. That's fun to say. By Mia Ferdman. Pfeiffer to Connors. Lobs it up. And no good. Out of bounds by Metuchen. Back to Livingston.
Too enthused.
And Connors with the inbound to Jermaine. Jermaine tries to get the post up, and she does.
Jermaine and 1.
And 1 for Jermaine. And a chance to increase it to a 9-point lead. Metuchen going bananas right now. They have scored 10 in the first 3 minutes in the quarter. And no good. And back to inbound. Gray for Metuchen. And Cassidy Connors gets it flustered up. And she lobs it to Gray. And Pfeiffer open. Takes the 3. And it's good. Metuchen is just unstoppable right now.
For 3.
And Governor Livingston takes a very necessary timeout. Metuchen has scored the same amount of points they scored in the first 2 quarters in 3 minutes and 22 seconds. That's just remarkable. Metuchen just has a fire lit in them, and it just keeps on burning. Three after three after three. 3 threes made by Metuchen. 4 threes in total. Just everybody on the court here is just nuts. So Livingston had to take a timeout after that. 12 points. I heard. Livingston here to inbound. Actually, Metuchen here to inbound right now. Gray. And they are just looking to continue this streak. Actually, Livingston gets the ball after the timeout. And they are going to go on the perimeter so far. Ferdman passing it to Schmidt. Back to Ferdman. Schmidt takes another three off the rim, but recovered and no good. Third shot gonna be a foul. 2 free throws incoming. 4. That is number 15, Caroline Freer. Freer with their first shot. Off the rim. Livingston really needs to gain some ground on Metuchen here if they want to stay in this contest. Metuchen, 3 minutes, 22 seconds, scored 12 points. Just remarkable. Second one, off the rim, the back of the rim, and it's going to go out and back to Livingston. Another chance to score 2 here, possibly 3. Freer with the ball, passing it to Ferdman. Kaiserwater back to Ferdman. Lots of passing going on right now. They need to get something going. The 3 is up and off the back of the rim. And Jermaine eats that right up, and she gets the rebound. Pfeiffer trying to get something going. Lobs it up to Jermaine. Back to Connors. The layup, no good, but back to Connors. And bouncing off of the rim and back to Livingston. Connors on the ground. Looks like she lost a shoe. No injury there. Oh, but the 3 is no good. Rebounded by Pfeiffer. And Metuchen is going to take a timeout after the miscommunication there. No injury, but a shoe. So, nothing to worry about there. They just needed a quick breather to get back into shape. And Metuchen still doing amazing. And they really have nothing to worry about right now. They just need to keep scoring points consistently and keep playing defense the way they have. Because at this rate, the way they've been playing defense, they should win this entire game. Allowed 12 points in the first 2 quarters. If they do that again, they could win without scoring another point in the rest of the game. So, just some quick math for you guys. Metuchen has a huge 9-point lead right now, which in girls basketball and any high school basketball is a huge lead due to 8-minute quarters. It's going to be Pawalski to inbound it. Pfeiffer quickly to Gray. Back to Pfeiffer. And Gray loses the ball. It's going to go out of bounds and back to Livingston. Thinks about taking the 3. Gives it back to Schmidt to Freer. And Freer with some shifty moves, but can't make it work. It's going to go out of bounds back to Metuchen. Pawalski to inbound it. Starting 5 right now, Pawalski, Pfeiffer, Connors, Zanecki, and Pelota all on the court right now. Excuse me, Gray on the court right now. They're 5, and just like that, Zanecki slips by and gets a layup, increasing the Metuchen's lead to 13. Just remarkable. Schmidt thinks about taking the three-pointer. Instead, it's going to be Schmidt actually gets it back. And that's going to be Friedman trying to get the layup, ends up passing it out. And the 3 is up and off the back of the rim, recovered by Pfeiffer. And Connors wants to make quick work of this possession, but it's blocked. Back to Zanecki. Gray gives it to Pfeiffer. The 3 is up, no good. Recovered by Connors, and the layup also no good. Another layup. Gray tries to get it back, and a foul stops the clock with 2:01 left. And another chance for Livingston to get settled in this next possession. A lot of subs just now. 3, actually 4 in a matter of fact. Bringing out all their subs. Number 5 right now, Sophia Eriksson as the handler. Eriksson takes the 3 and touches the net. Nothing but net, but not in a good way. Connors takes it up the middle. Tries to go for the layup, no good. And back to Eriksson. Oh, Eriksson wide open for the 3. Decides not to take it. The jumper, no good. Gray got a hand on it. Ref doesn't call it out of bounds. Still in play by Livingston. Shirley with the ball. Gives it to Eriksson. Eriksson trying to get a screen from Abby. And she cannot. Still with the ball. And Metuchen playing amazing defense right now. Clock winding down. 49 seconds left. Eriksson with the ball. Gives it to Abby. Back to Abby. And hits the foot of Zanecki. And number 13, wide open. Decides not to take it. Back to 13. Back to Kaiserwater. Cannot get anything going. 20 seconds left. Metuchen on lock right now. They are not letting anything get by him. And finally, the ref decides that that's enough. And they call a foul on Metuchen. That's Zanecki with the foul. No shot clock. And Jermaine back in. Their defensive cornerstone. And their main player in the paint, and a quick 3 is good. Wow. Eriksson decided that she was going to just score some points for her team. Connors has to make quick work. 2 seconds left. Lost up the floater, and no good. And 28-18. Bulldogs with a 10-point lead. Absolutely steamrolling Livingston right now on defense. Only 18 points allowed in 3 quarters. And just a great job by Metuchen, all facets, scoring just enough points to get such a comfortable lead that they could just keep playing defense well and not have to worry about anything. Their offense has been adequate, but that's really all they need when they're playing this well on the other side of the ball. So just great work by Metuchen, locking up Livingston, and soon to be locking up this trophy, unless anything, knock on wood, unless anything else happens. But this trophy should be all but theirs for the holiday tournament, which is what all their teams here are playing for. 3 fouls on the Bulldogs. If this game gets close, might be time to try to get bonus for Livingston. Start baiting out some free throws if they can. If they're able to turn it around in the end. Metuchen crowd getting excited, knowing that this trophy might be all but theirs. But Metuchen gets the ball. Actually, no. Livingston gets the ball. A 10-point lead they have to overcome. And we're about to play ball with 8 minutes left in the game. Nothing yet. A lot of passing going on right now. Really not able to get anything going so far. Like I said before, there is no shot clock in high school, so plays can draw out for long periods of time. Pass is tipped, but right back to Feinberg. Feinberg still with the ball. Actually, no, that is Pasquale. Erickson with the 3. Nothing. Recovered by Feinberg. Given to Erickson. Trying to drive out the paint. And Jermaine just rejects that. I believe that's their 4th or 5th block of the game. Just been amazing defensively. Just not allowing a single point when they try to get in the paint. Probably why their point total is as low as it is, Livingston's. Tries to get the screen. Connors from Pelota, but does not work. Huge substitution for Livingston. Almost all their starters are back in. Meanwhile, Metuchen only subs in 1. I believe that's Gray, who's back in the game, starting forward. And that is going to be out on Livingston. Metuchen with the ball back. Still a comfortable 10-point lead. No scoring yet. With a minute and 30 seconds passing by. Now, Jermaine gets 2 free throws. She has been 0 for 2 for the night, but due to the momentum, anything is possible. Also might have been the commentator's curse right there. Happened a lot to me and my partner Ike on commentating. Whenever we say something, the exact opposite happens. And she makes the second one, increasing that lead to 11. Now Livingston has to make quick work right here. Livingston came in here as the favorite this game, and Metuchen just said goodbye to that because they have just been playing excellent on defense and offense to keep the game out of reach. They've been in control for most of the game. I don't think they have ever let go of the lead after their 7-0 run toward the beginning of the first quarter. So, great job by Metuchen. Schmidt with the ball now. Gets the screen. Puts it up. No good. Rebounded by Gray. And it's given to Connors. Pfeiffer to Gray. Oh, almost stolen by Connors. Decides to take it up. Lobs it to Gray. And no good. Jermaine gets the putback.
Jermaine for 2.
The 3 is up. No good. Ferdman with the miss. And now Metuchen gets the ball back. 5 minutes and 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Pfeiffer with the ball. To Connors. Looking to get a play going here. maybe a screen. And no foul called. Playing very tight on Connors. Gets the screen from Jermaine. Connors triple teamed and is stolen. The fast break is a 1v3 and no charging foul. And it's going to be called an and one. Looks like a charging foul to me, but nevertheless, it's going to be one more free throw after the and one layup for Finewater or Kaiserwater. Free throw, no good. And off the fingertips of Livingston, I believe. It's going to go back to Metuchen. Or no, it's going to actually go back to Livingston off of Metuchen. Quickly passing the ball. Pfeiffer playing good defense. Erickson with the ball. Kaiserwater to Erickson. Takes the three. And no good. Rebounded by Connors. Tightly guarded. Gets the screen from Pfeiffer. A hard hit right there. Connors tries to take the contested layup, and she gets it. No and one for her. Looked like she was trying to get a foul there, looking for one, but she did not. 33-20 now with a massive 13-point lead by Metuchen. Pump fake. Pfeiffer moves defenders, but she did not take the three. Erickson to Feinberg. Back to Erickson. Erickson taking most of the threes. Kaiserwater takes the three, and it's good. Only a 10-point deficit for Livingston after that. Actually, it's going to be counted as a 2, so 11-point lead. Still very close, cutting it very close to that. And after the timeout, Metuchen, I believe that was called by Metuchen after letting up their scoring streak. So Metuchen should be very happy with where they're at right now. 33-22 with only 3 minutes and 14 seconds left. This game is all but locked up, but anything can happen in basketball. Very unlikely, but still, anything can happen. Everybody getting hype in the stadium right now, especially the crowd, as they mostly made up of people from Metuchen must be excited about this victory. Not just this victory over one team, but a victory over an entire tournament. Hosted the consolation game where Beerley, who Metuchen faced last time, got blown out 42-22. Not a very good stretch for them after getting beat by Metuchen 35-31. Somewhat close game there. And now Metuchen will start with the ball. Pawalski to inbound it. Pfeiffer with the ball right now. Quickly passes it to Zanecki. To Jermaine, and an open Pawalski, but it goes off her hands. Back to Connors. Starting 5 all on the court right now. Pfeiffer, a quick pass to Zanecki, but it does not work. Back to Pawlowski. Pfeiffer to Zanecki. A lot of ball movement here. Zanecki stuffed right now, double teamed. Dumps it off to Connors, and I think it's going to be called out of bounds. Or no, it's going to be a timeout for Metuchen. Second timeout in the past minute. And timeout is over. At least the buzzer went off. And now Metuchen getting ready. It looks like, I mean, at least I'd think after the timeout that they'd put in most of their bench warmers, but looks like they're going to put in their starting 5, believe it or not. Or most of their starting 5, at least. We got Pawlowski and Zanecki still in, with Gray on the bench, as well as Pilata. Connors trying to make something of it. And very messy play right there. And Metuchen's going to get second chance. Pawlowski to inbound it. Looks like Zanecki's going to get it. Or she's going to get a screen. No, it's going to go straight to Livingston. Not what you want to do. And Jermaine with the block! Oh my God, Jermaine has been on fire today with the blocks. That's her 5th or 6th. She's just not letting anything get past her. I don't think I'd even care that there was a foul. All that matters is that was just a sick block by Jermaine. And every game we do the star player of the game, star of the game, Jermaine with her 10 points, I believe, on offense, propelling this team with the layups, the lob passes. She's been fundamental in their offense, as well as like the countless blocks on defense. She has just been remarkable. She has earned star player of the game this day. Second free throw is good. 10-point lead for Metuchen. Jermaine subbed out after that play. Oh, and Livingston. Not get it. Saw shades of LeBron James on that chase down block. Might have not had the vert that he had with the block on the backboard, but still, steal, block, it's just poetry in motion. Now Metuchen probably going to want to just chew out the clock for the rest of the game, considering how much of a lead they got. I don't know if Livingston's going to want to foul him or not, but I don't know if they feel like there's a point in doing so. Pilota gets the ball back to Pfeiffer. Connors tries to get a screen. Doesn't work. And ball is loose. Recovered by Pfeiffer. Just gets on the ground and resets the play. Minute 34 left. Metuchen all but has this locked in. Great effort by them in the tournament. First game, like I said, 35-31. They won by a slim margin. It was a one-score game toward like the last 30 seconds, but the bonus free throws made them look like they had a bit more of a sizable lead. So Metuchen going to increase to 4-1 in the top of their division. Given to Schmidt. Pump fakes. Wide open. 3. Drains it. With a minute and 14 left. Clock still running, though. Given to Connors. Maybe a chance. Maybe a bit of a momentum booster after that. Still a 7-point lead, but who are they going to call it on? It's going to go back to Metuchen. Gray to inbound it. Minute 2 left. A tiny bit of life left for Livingston after that 3. And it looks like it's going to be a 5-second violation. And now back to Livingston. Still a minute 2 remaining. Great job defensively. They have a tiny marginal bit of life left. If they could squeeze all of that out of them right now in this last minute, they might be able to come back. Oh, Schmidt with the 3. In and out, but the layup still possible. 3-on-1, tripped. And she looks okay from what I could see. No foul called on the trip. It's going to go back to Metuchen. Tight defense being played right now by Livingston. Nobody really in the other half of the court. I don't know if they want to foul or not, if they feel it's necessary yet. But there is no shot clock, so they could hold it as long as they want if they want to. That's going to be a backcourt violation, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually going to be a foul. Camera has a bit of a blind spot here, so kind of hard to tell. But it's going to be a foul, and it's going to go back to Livingston. No, actually, it's going to go to Metuchen. Can't see who's inbounding it, but it is, in fact, Metuchen. 7-point lead with 33.6 seconds left. Not that there is much of a chance left, but if you wanted a second chance, I would try fouling Metuchen as quickly as possible. Oh, blocked! Oh, fast break! Can she get the layup? Stops! Had an opportunity there. Kind of scrounged it.
Oh, yeah, look at you sitting in here doing next to nothing and you're coming out. Did you ever get ejected from the game? You should have, sure. Just now. That's why I'm in here. I didn't see that. I told him officially he was an embarrassment to the game. Took a couple of calls. And after the 5-second call.
And one last time out for Metuchen. And it's going to be for just basically, I feel like they're just going to sub out all their starters, maybe give out some playing time to their bench warmers, give out some minutes. But regardless, Metuchen gets one last pep talk before the 23 seconds are up. And it's just going to be amazing victory. 4-1. The standings, they're actually going to become in first place. Right now, they're tied with Highland Park for first place right now. They're second because of the division. But Spotswood, who was in first originally, lost a game, which brought them down in the standings. They're 3-2 right now. Metuchen 3-1. And Highland Park also 3-1. But when Metuchen wins this game, they will go up 1 win, and they will take first place in the GMC Blue Division standings. So just great victory. If they could hold that, we'll find out. But for now, just great job for Metuchen. And we are back. And 12 seconds left. One last shot. Rebounded by Metuchen. Connors tries to keep from getting fouled. Finally does. Seems a bit late now, but 5 seconds left. Connors has 2 free throws to potentially boost their stats a bit here. Don't know why Livingston would choose to. I don't know why Livingston would choose to do it right now. She only gets 1 free throw due to high school rules until the second bonus comes into play. 34-26. 8-point lead. Potential to make it 35-26. And ball is in play. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Lobbed up. No good. The final score here is 34 to 26. Great job by Metuchen pulling out and basically with the victory and basically being in control this entire game against a powerhouse like Governor Livingston. This does improve their overall record to 4-1 and puts them atop the GMC Blue Division leaderboard. So just amazing job by Metuchen. Everybody celebrating, everybody handshaking. Like I said before, Arlie Germain, the star player of the game with countless blocks, so many breathtaking moments, just amazing performance just to boost his team defensively, as well as making the necessary plays on offense. And that is it. The girls basketball will be back. You'll get it. Make sure to turn on notifications on the Bulldog Report. Subscribe if you want to catch every single game for Metuchen. And this is Henry Sia, and I will see ya on the next stream.